Ocorion manages fund administration and fiduciary services for clients worldwide. In these markets, trust depends on meeting specific, rigorous regulatory standards in every jurisdiction they operate. This diagram illustrates the geographic reality of Ocorion's operations. A single hiring hub connects to different jurisdictions all over the map. Every time they hire someone, they have to navigate a different set of local rules for criminal background and professional qualification checks. Trying to force all those conflicting local laws into a standardized pipeline requires significant administrative effort from an HR team, even on a quiet Tuesday. For a company that is built on global security, that fragmented, slow-moving compliance pipeline becomes a severe operational bottleneck. This chart tracks hiring volume over time, highlighting a major threat to HR infrastructure. Hiring rarely happens evenly. Instead, it hits in extreme spikes, followed by quiet periods. As the line turns red at the peaks, you can see exactly where Ocorion's existing screening system cracked. The infrastructure was rigid, so when a surge of new hires hit the pipeline, the system failed the stress test and buckled under the pressure. The immediate consequence was a massive delay. Pre-employment checks, which need to be fast to secure top talent, stretched out to 3 full months. Compounding the delay, the returning data was often unreliable. The HR team found themselves trapped in a cycle of manually verifying every piece of information just to ensure the compliance standards were met. An operational system that only functions properly during quiet periods acts as an active threat to a company's ability to scale. Ocorion realized they needed to rebuild their approach. They required an elastic partner, capable of flexing with their volume, leading them to Verimark. Rather than forcing Ocorion into a rigid, pre-packaged software model, Verimark adapted the platform directly to fit Ocorion's complex, fragmented reality. Here, chaotic streams of local regulatory requirements converge. Verimark mapped these distinct, country-specific rules directly into one unified workflow. The platform sorts and processes these streams automatically, removing the friction of tracking changing local laws across borders during daily tasks. Taking a fractured set of international rules and standardizing them into one adaptive platform converts a regulatory maze into a straight, measurable pipeline. That pipeline is engineered to be peak-ready. Much like a suspension bridge absorbing a sudden physical impact, the platform takes on massive influxes of hiring volume and flexes without cracking. Whether hiring is down to a trickle or hitting a surge, the processing speed and the reliability of the incoming data remain consistent. That consistency is maintained through a tight collaborative loop. When Ocorion's team provided direct feedback, Verimark actively implemented it into the platform to improve operations. When the HR team hits a roadblock and needs immediate help, they rely on a built-in safety net. Support responses arrive within 12 hours. True operational elasticity requires a combination of highly adaptive software and highly responsive human infrastructure. This comparative chart shows the hard metrics of the transition. The 3-month wait for a completed pre-employment check was cut in half, dropping down to just 6 weeks. Because the results are now reliable, the team has been able to step away from the manual rechecking process that used to consume their schedule. Resolving that trust deficit and removing manual verification reclaimed significant bandwidth for Ocorion's HR operations. When an HR team cuts processing time in half, they regain predictable control over their global operations. For the people running the pipeline, moving past the bottleneck meant their day-to-day operations became manageable again. As the Ocorion HR operations team stated directly, the platform has made their lives a lot easier and their work more pleasant. Rigid operational systems will always fracture under the pressure of scale. Elastic systems absorb the complexity and thrive. If your hiring infrastructure is struggling with multi-jurisdictional bottlenecks and extreme volume spikes, book a 20-minute walkthrough with